Like, it changed my input on game banging. Like, I'm from Hoover. I'm still from Hoover. I'm always gonna be from over there. That's where I was born at, raised at, grew up at. Like, I can't change that. But what made me look at game banging different, I was like, damn, how many years am I gonna be faithful to this shit and be out here doing so much shit for this game and I ain't gonna get nothing back? Like, it's like you start thinking like, damn, I'm being used. Like, I'm out here doing all this, nigga. I'm out here doing, like if I would have spent all these years in school, nigga, I'd be a brain surgeon or something.
Thank you, Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Kyrie Irving is hard on the court. I'm not just big on sports. Ever since Kaepernick taking the knee and all that, I was just really I ain't feeling, for a lot of reasons. I ain't gonna get all off into that. But Kyrie, I'm a big fan of him and his character and his personality and the way he has stood in adverse times when his image was being attacked. And it seemed like, I remember he spoke about this army in the past, and it looked like they came out to demonstrate. So I'm gonna put myself in the corner, man, because I want to like watch it with y'all, but I don't want to block it. So let me do a little adjustment. And with no further ado, let us see what Kyrie and the Israelite Hebrews, or the Hebrew Israelites, our brother, our people, the ones spoken of in the Bible, have been up to.
Family and fellow soldiers, I'm the Professor, and this is the Moment of Truth.
You was gonna stand on it.
He said, I stand.
And I'm gonna stand fast on it. You was big and bad, had your chest all out.
Because he said, I have an army behind me.
Yes, what happened to you? Where'd they go?
Not Shannon. Oh, where'd they go? And then you had a problem with that same. Oh, let me just let him. They hella deep on my mama. That look hard. Hey, you seen them white boys that was marching through Huntington Beach? Man, all right.
Talk about ask and ye shall receive. Shannon Not So Sharp asked, where was Kyrie Irving's army at? And they showed him. Now, before we begin, I want to make sure that everybody's put on notice. Let's not do any spitball fighting about whether or not you agree with anyone's religion or not. This is about their actions, not about anyone's beliefs. The Hebrew Israelites saw that someone who is aligned with them was under attack, so they showed up to support him. And he has refused to denounce them. Nor should he, by the way. Kyrie Irving should not be denouncing the Hebrew Israelites at all. And just for the record, you can say what you want about the Hebrew Israelites, but you can't deny that this is something that black people need to do a hell of a lot more often.
Oh, my mama, and for what purpose would he denounce them? Man, Shannon, you look so these days. You done played yourself so bad. Oh, my mama, self-hate with that little piece of nothing, pale, pink, frail nothing.
To me, this display was a teachable moment. The Hebrew Israelites clearly wanted to make a demonstration of their discipline and their organization, and they did. The white media was beyond shook. Now, you got the white media being led by the New York Times trying to say, well, there was only about 100 of these guys. It looks like it's a little bit more than 100 to me. But of course, that's par for the course, be it the Census Bureau or the U.S. Park Service with the Million Man March. They're always claiming that there's far, far less black people than there really are because they're terrified to admit the numbers. And when you had this many black men lay siege to the Barclays Center, the white media was terrified to cover that. They did this right in the heart of New York City. I want you to think about that. The white media sees white supremacists with tiki torches, and they're all over that. Even after Heather Heyer was murdered, they were still there. But seeing a small army of black men marching through New York City to support another black man who refused to bow, and they don't even want to touch this. In the media capital of the United States, no less, at the very arena where the most talked about athlete on the planet was making his return.
Father was there where you left. Right. Mother was there where you left. Right. Uncle was there where you left. Right. Auntie was there where you left. Right. Your cousin was there where you left. Right. Brother was there where you left. Right. Your sister was there where you left. Right. Your father, your mother, your uncle, your auntie, your cousin, your brother, your sister was there where you left. Right. That's the reason you left. Right.
You had the very hate group that the white media accused Kyrie Irving of promoting right outside. Well over 100 of them marching and chanting, and the white media didn't dare show it to the public. They didn't dare even approach them. These men were on code with one another. I don't care what you think about their beliefs. I'm asking you to realize that white power is afraid of what it saw them do.
Unity, man. You and I. That's what we got to get to, y'all. Everything else is bush. Where you from? You could be from there. You could have that. That don't mean you got to hurt, harm your brother, though, man. Let them pass. Let them make it. This is beautiful to me, man. Man, I wish we would have came up under this type of energy versus the Bush. They sure did a number on this because this is what the Panthers was about, this type of energy.
See, unlike some so-called gun coalitions, where you have some well-meaning but otherwise misled black people following an ex-rapper who is clearly an agent, the white media was willing to give big coverage to that so-called...
Oh, he threw me. If you know in the comments we referring to, lace my boots.
...called gun coalition. Why, even Joe Scarborough and Mika the Bigot Brzezinski ran a story about them on their morning sideshow. Well, this event...
Because being in America, I don't see anything wrong with having a coalition of guns.
Should have gotten 50 times that much coverage. Certainly deserves it. Problem is, these guys aren't agents. You don't have to agree with someone's beliefs to give them credit for having their act together. The white media had no problem having the Hebrew Israelites on TV for interviews last year, but all of a sudden the white media doesn't want them on, because the subject now is them directly confronting white power in its very home. Last time, the white media's game was to try to make them look ridiculous, but it's a little difficult to make this look ridiculous. This scares white people. It certainly petrified the white media. And this illustrates what I've always taught you about how to know when you got the bastard shook. When the white media, or white power in general, is beaten, don't look for them to give a formal declaration of surrender. Black people have to stop waiting for that. White power's never going to come up with the confession. You'll know when they're beaten by the sound of their silence. When they're all out of moves and they know you've got them cold, they'll shut up. They didn't count on Kyrie's supporters showing up or on them showing up in numbers. They didn't think this would happen. So now we see the white media trying to go into damage control mode. They're trying to put the right spin on all this. And of course, the New York Times decides to lead the charge on this one. The same New York Times who did not dare show up at Barclays Center to actually talk to the Hebrew Israelites, certainly not even to take photographs of them. Even on their own website story about this, they didn't dare have any photos. This event happened in New York City, the Times home base, not far from their building, but apparently they didn't have a way to get any reporters there or photographers, even though the Hebrew Israelites had been out there for 2 nights straight. Instead, the Times simply called the Hebrew Israelites a fringe group. Then they used what is clearly the go-to talking point, that Israel United in Christ is considered a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. This, apparently, is what qualifies as all the news that's fit to print. Southern Poverty Law Center, indeed. Both the New York Times and the Southern Poverty Law Center were founded by white power. The New York Times and the SPLC are both founded by, staffed by, and work in the interest of the white establishment. This is how white power works. They try to create their own closed loop of disinformation. You have
somehow my people, because they don't see sheets and ropes. Well, there's ropes popping up, but they don't see crosses burning. They don't hear the N-word with the hard ER flying around. They think this ain't what they own.
A white media outlet, the New York Times, writing a hit piece against a black man, and they also have another white disinformation organ, the SPLC, who they quote from. One operative of white power is using another operative of white power as an authoritative source. White power is quoting itself and trying to present this to you as if this gives the story legitimacy. And I've seen that quote all over, by the way. Southern Poverty Law Center says that the IUIC is a hate group. Seems everyone who has something critical to say about the Hebrew Israelites uses that same statement. The Southern Poverty Law Center says that they're a hate group. See, this...
Anytime a black man is not kissing ass and he's going according to what the Bible says as far as who are the people. Everything else is lineage based. The Bible is extremely lineage based. He begat is always popping up. They got this 23, the ancestry.com and all that is not out of nowhere. Lineage is important. And because we have located our lineage and we are proud about it and bold, we're violent. That's crazy.
This is how you know it's AstroTurf. People who just bomb into the comments section for seemingly no other purpose other than to drop their talking point and then leave. It reminds me of the white supremacists who cut and paste their phony crime stats in the comment sections all the time. Be they on the right or the left, they all operate out of the same playbook, especially where black people are concerned. Now, let's talk about the demands that the Chinese-American owner of the Nets franchise has made of Kyrie Irving, because this was where the white powers that be and their white-adjacent operatives overplayed their hand. The Nets franchise owner Joe Tsai made at least a half-dozen demands that he wanted Kyrie Irving to do before he could play again. Now, why were all these asinine conditions being put on Kyrie? Because Kanye West made it obvious that this kind of strong-arming wouldn't work with him. They can't suspend Kanye West from releasing albums or doing
I know this happened in the past. Is Kyrie dealing with this currently again? Or did I stumble up on an old video, man? Y'all let me know.
Shows. They don't have the ability to coerce Kanye into doing anything. So they're borrowing a page from the right-wing fascist playbook. By that I mean the white right has been taking a political beating for the last few years. Black protesters have not only damaged the enforcement arm of white supremacy, but in 2020 they took the fight directly into the racist very cities. They imposed a price for practicing anti-black racism. So we've seen people like DeSantis and others doing what amounts to a Twitter comment section rant masquerading as legislation. They don't have enough support to get anything done societally, because that's what the black protesters have been doing for the last few years. They managed to get the police punished now consistently, and they didn't have to get a single law passed in order to do it. So we see the white right, who are using the only real bastion that they have left, the legislature, to make what amounts to political statements, because that's all they've got. And who have the statements been against? Mostly schools, arenas where they think they can call the shots. As I've documented for you on this channel, DeSantis' so-called laws have been struck down by the courts, but the reason...
I ain't gonna lie, this is a little too informative, political, and it seems like it's an old issue, bro. Let me look up real quick, man, because I don't want to keep us here doing this if this is an older issue, man. Kyrie Irving, bam. News. 3 days ago, former Mavericks owner Mark Cuban talks getting Kyrie Irving from Nets Dallas. Yeah, this old, man, but it's still some good knowledge, nuggets in there. Eat the fish, throw out the bones. Hope you got something up out of it. I'm going to get up out of here. Don't complain. It's getting hard trying to live in this land, Lord. I'm sick of paying rent, I wanna be the landlord. Not too many children in my section 8 last night. Lights out, they on section 8. We get constipated from that government cheese. Paying taxes, steady get a government cheese. Don't nothing change, no matter who we vote for. So why waste time even going to try to vote for? When you grind so hard, you supposed to see profit. Why we so broke? We supposed to be prophets. We never had a choice on coming to America. I feel something real bad is coming to America. America. I don't write the mayor, they say I got a right to. But I don't even know where a nigga supposed to write to. I keep my chest up and head to the sky. Until the day I burn or head to the sky.
There was many bad days. Lord, I've had hills to climb and sleepless nights. But when I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord, and I won't complain. Yeah, no.
I'm no devil, I know that I'm God's son. But I still smoke weed with my godson. And even though they say the woman is the backbone, we just wanna see them laying on their backbone. Thumb through the word, but you know what's confusing? Between the experts, it's so much confusion. I want it all, for all that I care about. I want a ball, that's all that I care about. Travel 50 states, broke 48 laws. Ran across a book called 48 Laws. Some say it's bad, some say it's a good book. I say it ain't got nothing on the good book. I ain't tripping on going to the motherland. On the other hand, I like to buy my motherland. What price can we all get peaceful? Stay at war and swear that we peaceful.
Many good days and bad days. I've had some hills to climb and Lord, sleepless nights. When I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord. I won't complain.
What's wrong? Can't we all get along? Wanna buy a home, but can't get along. I'm trying to stay focused and write the right rhymes. Cause these days, everybody write rhymes. My uncle went to the rehab, hooked on morphine. It seems he came out even more fiend. Don't wanna see cuz die or blood bleed. We all lose every time black blood bleed. Holla Hail Mary, a light, no candle. But I'm still trying to handle what I can do. I go hard for what I need, so it's ample. Watch me, you won't need no example. Crucial situation, my life in a crisis. Need to trade my life in for crisis. Please forgive me for what I did last night. I don't know, this might be my last night.
Niggas spent all these years on the block. Niggas spent all these years on the block and ain't got nothing to show for it. And then what a nigga do got to show, a nigga got on my own. So what I need you niggas for? Now I start to look at y'all like enemies. So in our reality, like I said, we gotta humble ourselves and we gotta come together, man. We gotta love each other. Cause that's what it's really about. Cause man, black people, if we got the strongest, we the strongest. Like in jail, nigga, on God, they separate us. It's 14 blacks to 72 Mexicans in there. And I told the police, I said, why y'all put us in there with all these Mexicans? They said because that's how it break down. Like that's how y'all can handle them.
Yeah. Snake Wood Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.